Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of Nolan Unfiltered. In today's episode, I'm going to go over the tools needed to run a clipping agency slash marketing agency. Let's get right into it. So there's 3 main areas that we need to cover: client management, outreach, and editing. As I mentioned in the previous episode, I am quite into my AI tools, so there will be some here and there throughout these areas, but let's get into it. So starting off with editing tools, the first one I'll be using is good old CapCut Pro. This is probably the easiest editing tool to use nowadays. It's really handy that it connects with TikTok. The Pro plan isn't too expensive, it's around £22, and you get a bunch of additional features like the extra effects and music. There's just a bunch of additional features that help. You can definitely use this with the free setup. That's super helpful. But yeah, definitely a really powerful tool, one that I've been quite comfortable using for editing. Down the road, I might look at things like Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve, but for now, more than happy to use CapCut. It definitely gets the job done, and as we're going to be doing clips, it's kind of the perfect platform for that in my opinion, from what I understand so far, but we'll see how it goes. The next tool we'll be using is actually an AI service, so this is called Vizid AI. This is a really cool AI tool that will basically, you share a long form video and it will highlight key points in that video that you can turn into viral shorts. So if you've heard of Opus Clip, it's very similar to that, if not the same, but Vizid's just a cheaper alternative. You get more for your money. The team's really fast at responding as well. I've had no issues with this platform. The main thing I do from this video is it will be great for clients once I have them, as I can just upload their video. It'll help me highlight viral areas within those clips. We can then see their viral score, which showcases the AI's opinion of how well they can do. But what I generally do with this is I'll find some that sound interesting on the menu. I'll click them. I then edit it slightly just to make sure the clip runs smoothly, because sometimes it might cut out a word or things like that. I'll remove the auto captions. Sometimes I'll keep the text at the beginning. Sometimes it can be quite good to have the context, but then I'll export that, put that in CapCut, and then finish it off with some B-roll, some of the editing. And yeah, that will be the plan with that. So I think those two are good start off tools to kind of pair with. So those are the actual only 2 tools as well that cost us money. So I think both are around £22 a month. So we're currently spending £44 a month on those 2. That is the editing stack. So area 2 would be our outreach tools. There is a bunch out there. I know too many to count just because I work for a marketing agency. You know, bringing in leads is very important, but some of them are quite costly. So just for the purpose of this experiment, we're going to try and keep it as lean and budget friendly as we can. We'll be sticking to the traditional cold outreach, whether it be through email, social media messaging. I don't know if cold calls would be the best for this area. We'll do some research into that and figure it out. But once we begin doing some of this cold outreach, I'll try and do a video on it. I'm going to try and post twice a week, so that may be the next video. We'll see. And last but certainly not least, once we have those clients, we're going to need some kind of CRM to manage them. CRM stands for Client or Customer Relationship Management. It's just a tool to keep all that data in one place. You can, add updates, scheduling calls. You're just a good place to manage your clients. Again, we want to keep this budget friendly, so I'll be using Notion. I've never actually used Notion as a CRM, but it's been recommended to me. I'm going to try it out. I found a really nice template as well. I do use Notion personally, actually. I use it to manage the books I read, kind of like a book journal. So once I finish reading a book, I read a lot of autobiographies and Alex Hormozi's $100 million leads, for example. So I'll put that in there. It's kind of off topic, but just kind of showcasing that I've used Notion before. I'm not unfamiliar with it, but I've never used it in the sense of as a CRM, so it'll be fun. If you used it as a CRM as well, let me know, guys. It'll be quite interesting to see if anyone's further along their journey than me and has actually used something like Notion for CRM purposes. So all in all, guys, that would actually be the kind of 3 areas we'll kind of target there. Do you feel like I've missed anything? Let me know. If you are further along in your journey than me, please share any feedback or advice. Again, I have 7 years of marketing experience, so I feel like the weaker area will definitely be the editing side of things. I'm getting better. I wouldn't say I'm terrible. I've done editing before. it's just building up that consistency, plans of kind of how to streamline the services that I do. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Really excited to bring you guys along for the journey, and be sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I'll leave those links in the socials below. And yeah, appreciate you guys showing up for the video, and I'll see you at the next one.